It is currently November 16th, and I'm checking on my pumpkins that I planted in June 17th. And these are my results so far. I got this big pumpkin right here. Almost, yeah, bigger than the size of my hand. And that's this vine right here. And this is the same exact vine with another pumpkin on it. Another squash. Huge squash. I'm trying to see if I can find any new ones, because I just found those two. We got a little pear right here. 1, 2. That one might die. Not looking good. Then we have another one, kind of medium size, small, a little bit smaller than my hand. Yeah, this one is barely, my hand's getting around it, so not really good size. Let's see. So this is a completely different vine now. That one with the small one, that's another vine, another pumpkin plant. It looks like we don't have any more in the front going. But I do see some flowers here. I guess this guy fell off. You can see these flowers. They die and then they become this at the bottom of it, at the bell. It looks like we got a little guy over here. It's important to keep these guys in the shade, so it's good that these leaves are covered. The pumpkin leaves are covering the fruit. Oh, here goes a new one that I did not even notice. I have not even seen this one ever before. And it's just right here. That one's a little bit bigger than the last one, but a little bit smaller than the first two. This is good. Any more right here? Let's see. It looks like this vine is not doing so well. Now we're on another vine. I guess that other pumpkin is part of this vine. Getting a little crispy right here. The sun's been hot lately, so I guess that one didn't get to adopt. Those leaves didn't get to adapt to all this heat that's going on right now. Let's see, is there any here? Nope. Nope. There's nothing right here. Another flower, yay. That one's weird, it's going underneath the vines. I'll just leave that there. Okay, here. It's another one that I didn't notice. It's this little guy, but a bunch, I guess over here, getting a lot of pests eating at my pumpkin. You can hear these pigs. I guess there's a lot of rats around here eating off the pumpkins now. Here's the first one that I ever noticed, and it hasn't been growing well. This is the first one that I think actually started growing. And yeah, it's been getting ate up. A lot of slugs and ants. I think some rats got to this one and started chewing it. Even when it was smaller than this, it was getting chewed up, but it's still growing. But just not as good as those other pumpkins. This is the area where I planted them. Here you can see one pumpkin vine. Here goes a different one over here. This stuff right here is connected to this leaf. But I'm kind of forgetting where I planted them because all these weeds are disorientating. I planted it when there was no weeds. And here's the newest pumpkin plant. This one's not doing so well because it's trying to go that way onto this metal. And I guess the metal is kind of too hot for the leaves. So I just moved that more up so it has a little more space to go back here. But yeah, there's nothing happening over here. Real quick side detour. It's my watermelons. I had actually planted 1, 2, 3 over here, but those all died. And this was the first one, and it looks like it's on its way out. I just gave it plenty of water, so hopefully get some good weather, get lucky with these these leaves coming back. Here's a good sign. This is the newest like part of it. I guess since this part over here is kind of fuzzy, you see a lot of like pollen on it, I think, from all those new buddings. It's actually supposed to be on the end of the vine, which was right here, but I guess this one dried out. So this is hopefully, now that I just watered it, this is gonna start growing and this will just die off. What's up, Silengi? What's up? Are you eating my pumpkins? Here goes another plant, different plant, pumpkin plant right here. This one's actually doing pretty good for being on the metal. I guess since it's up against these weeds over here, has a little bit more shade from the sun. Let's see, let's find one more pumpkin. Yeah, this one is, oh my gosh, the rats are coming closer to this way. They might actually find those big pumpkins now. Hey man, stay out of my pumpkins, yo. You stay right there. Do not go any farther. Let's see if we can see any from the back over here. Okay, yeah, here's that one. The kind of middle pumpkin. Middle size, medium sized pumpkin. Let's see, is there anyone growing right next to it? Okay, here we got a, dang. This one was looking good at first, but now it's getting chewed up by rats. These rats are becoming a huge problem, but I may have a solution that requires a bucket, a can, and some hangers that I just got. You can actually use the drill some holes in the top and the bottom of those cans, like a soda can or whatever, and stick a little stick through it like a hanger wire, the metal hanger wires, and then you take that whole system and put it in a bucket. Put it on the top of a bucket, let the can hang across the opening of the bucket, put some bait on it, and then a rat will try to get onto it, or a mouse. Preferably a mouse will get on it and it will spin off because the can spins freely. But my mouse trap hasn't been working. I don't know, I can't troubleshoot the problem with that trap. But I just started using the hangers, maybe that's why. So yeah, and there's like the old bucket that I'm using. It's not really good because I think like mice and rats, if they fall, even if they fall into it, they can claw their way up it because it's so crusty and a lot of random stuff like dried cement or little nicks in the bucket where they can hang on to. That bucket is pretty cracked at the top, so they probably have a little like ledge to grip onto, I guess, towards the top. So I need a larger bucket and a new smoother bucket. But yeah, so far pretty good stuff that I'm seeing from my pumpkins. Let's just check here this last part, because I'm seeing the vine has made it all the way back here, And what's crazy about this pumpkin plant is that you see this vine is over here now, but it started like, where's that stick at? Oh, I guess that's not too crazy. I'm just like a couple feet away from this stick right here. I don't know if you can see it good. Let's try to see it. Yeah, see that stick right there? The bottom of that stick is where this vine is rooted at. But the interesting thing I've learned about these pumpkin plants is that they don't actually stay rooted. Well, they do, but the thing is that when they grow, wherever they grow, it's like they're hopping, and then wherever they land, they root in the new spot they landed at, and then they'll start rooting over there, and that's where its new like home is, and it keeps doing that to live and survive and take nutrients from the different areas of this whole makeshift pumpkin patch. But yeah, that's pretty much all my pumpkins. I got about 3 good ones and maybe 2 that might make it, but definitely gonna have to check for infestation and pests. So yeah, that's my update for this pumpkin patch.